It's Tuesday, February 11th, and you're watching and listening to the Day Weather Podcast. This is what we're going to be talking about here over the next 24 to 48 hours, and that's generally just a cold, fair weather pattern today. Areas of Wyoming and Colorado yesterday got a little more light snow, some more than others. Most areas was a heavy dusting with a few spots up to 3 inches in a few areas. A little bit more down into the Front Range areas of Colorado, and again, the mountains picked up a little more snow. But today, just going to be a cold day across Wyoming, Colorado, and western Nebraska, the western high plains. Temperatures starting off very chilly this morning, and it will be a chilly day. Then we see another Pacific system come across the area, dragging in Canadian air for snow showers again Wednesday into early Thursday. And then we see another system coming as we get on into Friday. Then another stronger storm system that's going to come in late Sunday into President's Day Monday. I want to show you the snowfall forecast through President's Day Monday. These numbers that you see across Wyoming, Colorado, and the western high plains are snowfall in terms of inches. And you can see we have an inch, half inch, inch and a half, 2 inches on the plains. You see the purple and the darker blue colors in the mountain areas picking up more snowfall. Now we expect that what you're seeing here is a very typical pattern for February, which means you don't tend to get really big snow amounts in the month of February. There are exceptions. Central Wyoming got a lot of snow last week with that early February storm, but this is a typical pattern we see. Cold, some snow in the mountains, a little bit of snow on the plains, although we do need to watch as we get into late President's Day Sunday into Monday that there might be a little bit more snow out in this area here. This is something that we're going to be watching in the days ahead. In the meantime, this is how much snow to expect, along with a continuation of some pretty chilly temperatures today through the weekend. So snow lovers, you're going to continue to see that fresh snow pile up in the mountains. I want to show you where we are with the jet stream right now. The jet stream continues to have a ridge in the Gulf of Alaska. Remember, when there's a ridge up there, we're in the fridge. So we'll continue to see the colder air coming on in through the rest of the week, keeping our temperatures chilly. If we were to go out a little bit further, this is where we are 10 days from now. Notice that the jet stream takes more of a westerly flow. Yes, there's some colder air still coming in from Canada, but at the same time, there's a bit more of a Pacific influence. So we see it cold for the next week, but not severely cold. And then we may see some temperatures moderating. And you see this if we were to go out a little bit further. Let's take a look. This is all the way out to Wednesday, February 26th. Notice the high pressure ridge is replaced with low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska. What that means is a Pacific influence. So what we're showing is a colder stretch of weather, light snow on the plains, more snow in the mountains for the next week. As we get beyond, let's say February 23rd, as we get right around the end of February here, this shows us a possibility of a more mild Pacific trend getting pushed in, and the colder weather goes more towards the Great Lakes in the east. So the end of February could see a little bit of a warm up. That last 7 days or so of the month won't be as cold. However, I want to show you this. This is the Eastern Pacific Oscillation. We showed you this graph, I think, last week. And what this shows is what the Gulf of Alaska and the Northern Pacific is doing. And when the Eastern Pacific Oscillation goes into a positive phase, where you can see it right here, right now we're in a negative phase. That's why it's cold. But you see this warm up coming? This basically means that up in the Gulf of Alaska, high pressure is replaced by low pressure right on through, right up to the end of the month. Well, as you look at February 26 here, right up to the 1st of March. But look what happens with the Eastern Pacific Oscillation right as we get into March. When we see it go negative like this, or close to that zero mark, what does this mean? This means that if this develops right as we hit March, March is likely going to turn more stormy. So a thaw comes at the end of February, possibly. March starts, maybe comes in like a lion. Is that a possibility? Well, it is. We'll keep an eye on it for you. In the meantime, continue to expect it to be pretty chilly, a little light snow here and there, a little bit more of a storm that we need to watch for Sunday into Monday. Then the end of February brings a little bit of a warm up before it changes in March. Thanks for listening and watching the Day Weather Podcast. We'll see you on Wednesday.